Donald Trump was able to win by painting him as an everyman. And the Democratic Party's geniuses think that all of a sudden this anti-establishment fervor, people aren't going to pay attention. So not only did Kamala Harris, 6 months after she became a senator in California, go to the Hamptons in 2017 to hobnob with Hillary Clinton's donors, she's back at it again. This from the Sunrise Movement, the climate change group that has been very, very active. Yikes, Kamala Harris is skipping out on the first ever presidential climate forum to schmooze with big donors. Debating our generation's survival isn't optional. We need a leader who prioritizes the future of humanity over rubbing elbows with millionaires and billionaires. This is in response to a news story that Kamala Harris will be doing big fundraisers in downtown LA and Hancock Park while a CNN climate change town hall event is going on, which 8 other candidates have agreed to attend. But Kamala Harris will not be attending so that she could be raising money. But not to be outdone by that, Kamala Harris was in the Hamptons this weekend preaching about capitalism to some of the finest brave Americans. Patriots, I'd call them. This from Bloomberg. Teslas and Maseratis lined the street as Kamala Harris greeted guests sipping drinks from plastic cups with her name on them and eating cinnamon sugar donuts from Dreesen's at a fundraiser hosted by the movie executive Jamie Patricoff and his wife, Kelly, as the summer of Democratic fundraisers rolled on in East Hampton. The senator and former California prosecutor assured donors, "I believe in capitalism," during a jam-packed weekend of pitching her plan to save the middle class. Oh my God, save the middle class. Harris is looking to raise enough money to keep her campaign fueled through the next debates in September and beyond. She also had events on Martha's Vineyard, that working class hub, Martha's Vineyard, where all of those working class Kennedys, Clintons, Lettermans, Obamas, all these working class people, that's where they hang out. Martha's Vineyard. Tickets range from $100 to $2,800. So, Kamala Harris, ironically, told these folks in the Hamptons that she is no longer for Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All plan. She said she was becoming more and more hesitant with it, or uncomfortable with it. So here's David Sirota. Because Kamala Harris's person, her spokesperson, said she has her own health care plan. So yeah, not a secret. She isn't running on Bernie's plan anymore. Sorry, David. It's amazing to me that the communications person just openly admitted she was running on somebody else's plan in the first place. That is a terrible, terrible admission. So wait, the plan that she's moonwalking from wasn't even her plan to begin with. Which David Sirota, who now works for the Bernie campaign, yes, a very strong way to show consistency is to check notes to tell your big donors in the Hamptons that you're suddenly opposing the bill you co-sponsored. And Sirota just pointed out what I pointed out. The use of the word anymore here is so priceless. Not to be outdone, Bernie Sanders getting into the fun. Didn't mention her by name, but it's who he's talking about. I don't go to the Hamptons to raise money from billionaires. If I ever visited there, I would tell them the same thing I've said for the last 30 years. We must pass a Medicare for All system to guarantee affordable health care for all people, not just for those who could afford it. Little, punch without jab, without naming names. So, what is there to say? The sheer fraudulence of somebody with the nickname For the People. Let me tell you something. There is very, very few, maybe none. I know I'm from Long Island. I know the Hamptons pretty well. And by the way, I just want to openly admit right now that I'm a hypocrite. And I am against this, and I've told my family I'm against this. I love my mother. She's turning 60. For whatever reason, they decided to have her 60th birthday at the Hamptons. I don't know why. I prefer Fire Island. But we're having her 60th birthday coming up in September. A couple days before my birthday, actually. In the Hamptons. I wanted to protest, but I can't not be there for my mother's 60th birthday. So I just acknowledge my own hypocrisy here. But I'm not going lovingly. And I don't know why we're doing it at the Hamptons. And
It's not hypocrisy, that's your mother.
It's not her choice, it's my brother's choice. But my brother works at a hedge fund, so it makes sense, actually. So, why this is so important? We're talking liabilities for a general election. I mean, how you defeat Donald Trump is to have the boldest, starkest contrast possible. Kamala Harris, honestly, and some of you might think I'm saying this in a certain way. I don't mean it the wrong way. She's Hillary Clinton. She's just, obviously a different color, a lot younger. Same thing. A lot of the stuff that comes out of Kamala Harris's mouth is obviously poll tested. When she says, I'm going to prosecute the case, that is poll tested jargon. They put it out in focus groups to see how that language works because she was a prosecutor. For the people. Does she not think it's going to come back to bite her in a very populist, very anti-establishment mood in this country? That you're hobnobbing in the Hamptons? That you're not moonwalking away from your plan? Most politicians moonwalk away from their own stuff. She's moonwalking away from somebody else's plan. And she had the temerity in the Hamptons, while speaking with these fine patriots, these wealthy men and women of America, she has the temerity to say, people sign on to other people's plans. Bernie signed on to a public option plan, and now he's for Medicare for all. Right, Bernie signed on to a public option plan, not as the be-all, end-all, that's what he wanted, but as a step to Medicare for all. She signed on to Medicare for all. Medicare for all is the last stop on the train as far as, if you want to talk about the wavelengths to healthcare. There's nothing beyond Medicare for all in terms of, you can't go further left than Medicare for all that I know of. So Kamala Harris signed on to Medicare for all simply because that's the way the wind was blowing politically, and she wanted to look progressive. But at the same time, she signed up for Medicare for all, and then in that first CNN town hall, remember when I told you, she's saying, just get rid of it, private health care. Yeah, and I got a bridge to sell you that Kamala Harris was going to get rid of the private health insurance industry. Are you kidding me? And then, of course, she moonwalked quicker than Mitt Romney and Michael Jackson combined. So, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, all I got to say, let me get it. Iceberg, iceberg, iceberg. And the Titanic, they only had like a couple hours, right? We got 5 months till the first primaries. They see this iceberg. They got a lot more time to save people. There's a lot more time right now, a lot more advance notice. There's also much better technology if a boat hits an iceberg. But, our pilots totally ignoring things. And frankly, I'm not going to be long on this. It's time for Beto O'Rourke to drop out. It's time for John Delaney not only to drop out, but to please just never speak again. Nobody cares what you have to say. He's tweeting. No. John Delaney, Beto O'Rourke, Michael Bennett, all these people. Because you want to know something? It's time to see it's time to see the serious candidates. I don't want to sound like an elitist. Frankly, at this point in 2017, Obama was far behind Hillary Clinton. So it's not to say somebody who's not leading right now can't compete. But if you're polling at 1%, 2%, 3%, many times for a significant amount of time, there's no reason for you to be on that debate stage. None. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.